If you've seen any of my earlier videos, or if maybe we've met before, the one thing that I would hope you would feel is true of me is that I'm really keen to ensure that I help business owners get the most performance from their team in the right way. So my belief is that people come to work genuinely to do a good job. I know that doesn't happen all the time, but that's my kind of start and end point. So I want to always make sure that people are treated kind of fairly, that we give them every opportunity to perform, because that's what we want. But I also know that we need to make tough decisions sometimes. And what I experience a lot when working with business owners is that there's a real lack of certainty, lack of confidence around actually how to deal with people. They come in all shapes and sizes, but how to kind of best effectively manage them, or even make proper people decisions for the health of the business and also for the health of the employee as well. So what I wanted to share with you was a framework that I know has been helpful for a number of clients just recently, in terms of actually just understanding the best decisions that they can make for their business. So it really comes down to looking at people across sort of two axes really. One is against the values of the business. So this is the kind of stuff that you hold to be important when you're a business. Now you're the business owner, it's for you to kind of set the culture of the business and to define what the values are. So you'll know the people who kind of identify with your values and live and breathe the values as you want them to be, and those maybe who don't. Equally, you'll be able to identify, I'm sure, those people who are actually producing for you. So they're producing results, and again, you'll be mindful of those people who maybe aren't producing the results that you desire yet. So I wanted to give you kind of some context around how we look at making decisions really on what to do with these kind of people. So let me take the example of people who are who actually don't share the same values as you do in the business, and actually are not performing well. Well, being really blunt, you need to just fire these people. You need to fire them because they're not going to be right for your business, and they're not producing the kind of results that you are looking for. The important thing to do here is fire them quickly, but then go back and review your recruitment process, because if you take an above the line approach of taking ownership, accountability and responsibility for your situation, then you've got to be able to look at the process of recruitment, because something went wrong there, and how do we make sure that we don't hire someone like that in the future. So that's the first thing. The second thing is people who actually have good set of values, they're good eggs really, but they're just not performing well enough right now. Well, the key thing to do with these people is quite simply to train and coach them. They may have the potential to perform better, but they need some coaching, they need some training. Now obviously that's within reason. There are some people who almost reach their limit of performance. You're going to have to make that call as to how you handle them if after training and coaching then they're not performing. But I would suggest that if they're not performing, they're becoming a drain on resources, and every employee should be a profit centre. So again, you probably know what to do there. Then we've got these people here who actually are good eggs. They are the kind of people who live and breathe the company values and actually are producing some really solid results. So again, what we do here is we promote or reward these people. If it's the right thing to do. What I mean by that is, sometimes people are at a level, and if you were to promote them to the next level up, they would underperform. It's called the Peter Principle. People sometimes rise to their own level of incompetence. So, if you think that that's going to be the case, then actually we just want to make sure that people are very well rewarded and they feel good about the fact that they are a very valuable person within the business. And then finally, we've got people who are currently not really demonstrating the values of the business, but actually are performing. And I've had this situation at least a couple of times whereby people are bringing in results, but they're not the kind of person you want to have in the business long term. They're, the rotten apple syndrome. They might say the right things to your face and then totally be poison behind your back. So quite simply, the way to handle these type of people is we need to shoot those people and shoot them publicly. And explain in public. Now, what I mean by that is not to kind of just say to someone you're fired in front of the whole team. Clearly, that would be, you still have to handle things in the right way. But when that person is gone, we need to make an example and explain to the team exactly why you kind of moved them out of the business, despite the fact that they were actually delivering results for the business. They weren't upholding the values of the company, and at a point in time that was going to always be a sticking point. So as well to shoot now, and actually what you'll find is the rest of the team will probably breathe a sigh of relief that person is gone, and they'll actually think, why on earth did it take that long to kind of get to that decision in the first place? So I hope that's helpful. It's certainly been helpful for a number of clients recently in terms of how they've managed their business. So if you have any kind of points around, or want any points around how to get the most out of your team, or how to make the right decisions to get the most from your team, please drop me a line, get in touch, and I'd be very happy to speak with you. Catch up soon. All the best.